What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. There's so much going on in the world around us that I'm sure me just making mention of that may bring some ideas to your head that may stem to some level of anxiety, or maybe for some of us even a level of depression. I know for me personally, just thinking about all the chaos surrounding us, even I have some anxiety that I have to deal with myself. The Anxiety and Depression Association of America states that mental illness is on the rise. More specifically, anxiety. Anxiety is the #1 mental illness amongst individuals over the age of 18 in the US. It accounts for about 40 million people, which is a lot. That's why today we're going to be approaching this video from a different angle. I decided that Cure Cycling needed a mission statement. Well, you always hear me say that the ride is the cure. Instead of just having that as some cheesy tagline for the end of the video, I would like that to become almost a mission statement for Cure Cycling. Later on in this video, I'm going to discuss how Cure Cycling is going to take their mission to the next level. But for now, we're just going to discuss how our favorite hobby, mountain biking, can be a way to overcome anxiety and grab it by the horns. I've come up with a list of a few things, and maybe you can come up with some on your own. But let's get started. The first recommendation on my list is going to be riding without distraction. The social media, the action cameras, the Strava, all of that can be put on hold. All that extra screen time and involvement can just overcomplicate your rides. In fact, Time states that young adults who spend as much time as 7 hours a day versus young adults who spend over 1 hour a day on their phones are twice as likely to suffer from some level of depression or anxiety. That's pretty major. Not every ride has to be an opportunity to show off to your peers, document your adventure for YouTube, or even smash the local KOMs on your trails. Just keep it simple. With that being said, riding is a great way to disconnect from the phones for a little bit and just enjoy the simplicity of your ride. Through riding, you can focus on nature and kick back and relax. My second bit of advice is to be spontaneous with your rides. Why don't you go visit that trail system that you've been thinking about but you have never made the effort to go check out? Or maybe you can pick a random time of day to go. Not every ride has to happen on the weekend. Maybe a Tuesday afternoon. You can even pick a random challenge. Clear that jump. Smash your wheelies. Get better at something. Just make sure that you keep it simple, like I said before, because if you get frustrated, that's kind of counterproductive to our goal. Break the norms. It's amazing what a little bit of breaking your routine can do for your mind. The next one is gonna be don't wait for the perfect day. Whether it's too hot, too wet, too cold, it doesn't matter. Your ride doesn't even need to be that long. The ADAA explains that even just 5 minutes of aerobic exercise can already create anti-anxiety effects in your brain. A wise man once told me, if you wait for the perfect riding day, you'll never ride. And it couldn't be more true. Here in Louisiana, we always have to ride when it's really stinking hot. And yeah, it does suck at times, but we get through it and we make a lot of good memories in the process. So don't make excuses, go ride. Next on my list is trying a solo ride. Not every ride has to be a social event. Sometimes having all that extra stimulation can just cloud your brain even more. There are going to be times where you just need a ride by yourself to unwind and clear your head. Just focus on the sensations that the ride gives you. The wind through your hair, the sound of your tires on the dirt. All of that is almost, I don't know, it's therapeutic. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So maybe that's what you need. Lastly, and certainly not least, smile. Yes, I know that one sounds cheesy, but there is actual scientific proof behind this. Dr. Isha Gupta of IGEA Brain and Spine states, a smile spurs a chemical reaction in the brain. It releases certain key hormones in feeling happy, like serotonin and dopamine. And after all, there is no better reason to smile than when you're on your bike. Am I right? As for Cure Cycling, to take this idea to the next level, we'll be donating 10% of all of our YouTube ad revenue from here on out to Project Semicolon. Project Semicolon is a global nonprofit dedicating to spreading hope and love to folks who suffer with anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, and addictions. So not only does that fulfill the new mission of Cure Cycling, but it makes you a hero. because every view counts. After all, revenue is generated on YouTube through views, so you're helping the mission all the while. So what are some ways that you decompress on your bike? Let me know. Hit the comments section below because I'm curious. There's probably a multitude of ways that I didn't even think about. Which leads me to my last and final statement. As we've discussed, and as we know, the ride is the cure, and I'll see you in the next one.